Geronimo has a lot of small mechanics the game never really explains. Due to lack of a tutorial, some of them aren't even known. These can help you move faster, handle your weapons more effectively, and even give you a few unexpected options during close quarters combat. Here are 5 Geronimo tips you may not know about. Here's tip number 1. So moving slow in Geronimo so far has been the norm, but did you know that similar to Blade and Sorcery, Geronimo lets you move faster by simply swinging your arms while you run? Just hold forward and move your arms back and forth like you're actually sprinting. You don't need to throw your arms around aggressively. A steady, natural movement should be enough. This will help you cross open areas, catch up with your team, or quickly move out of the line of fire. Just make sure your rifle is lowered first, because swinging your arms while holding it can become pretty awkward. The second tip involves your weapon's fire selector switch. Pressing the fire mode button normally will usually only put it to safe or semi-automatic. But to move the selector all the way to full auto, press and hold the button instead of tapping it. This only works on weapons that actually have a fully automatic setting, but it's easy to miss if you're only pressing it once because it's not explained in the game currently. Full auto is useful at extremely close range, but keep your burst control or you're going to burn through your ammunition quickly. Here's tip number 3. Similar to Tactical Assault VR, when using the sledgehammer, you do not actually need to swing it like you're trying to destroy the entire wall. A small tap against the door with a little bit of force enough behind it is usually enough to trigger the breach. This makes using the hammer faster, more controlled, and safer for you to get into the actual room, and it also helps mitigate some of the bugs that are currently in the game. You don't want to slam your controller into a wall, desk, or television just because you were trying to make a breach look more dramatic. Line up the hammer, give the door a quick tap, and it should open. And here's tip number 4. Did you know the enemies in Geronimo currently cannot reload? If you simply hide behind cover and wait for them to expend their magazine, they will not be able to reload and you can easily kill them. This will probably be fixed in later updates to the game, but as it stands, all you have to do is wait and they can't do a thing to you. And here's the final tip. This last mechanic is actually easily the most intense one. If an enemy gets too close, you can reach out, grab, and physically tear their weapon out of their hands. 1 second they have the advantage, the next you're holding their own gun against them. It can easily turn a desperate close range situation into one of the most cinematic moments in the game, especially when your magazine is empty and you had no time to reload. But you only get one chance at it. If you have to move directly into arm's reach of an armed enemy, take control of the weapon and act before they recover. It is dangerous, unpredictable, and probably the last thing you should attempt in a serious mission. But when it works, it feels incredible. These are 5 Geronimo mechanics that the game does not explain very well or hides from the player. Swing your arms to move faster, hold the selector button to access full auto, use a light tap with the sledgehammer, and remember that you can physically take weapons away from enemies. Leave any other hidden mechanics you have discovered in the comments, and subscribe for more Geronimo tips and VR content.